gamete can be either motile or non-motile, or one can be motile or other can be non-motile. Let's see. So female gamete is generally non-motile and male gamete is generally motile, because male gamete will travel throughout and reaches to the female gamete for fertilization. But there are some cases in which there can be chance that both male and female gametes can be motile. For example, fungi and algae. In this case, you can see here, one is the male gamete and one is the female gamete. They both are motile because they both have flagella. Okay, so they both fuse with each other and this type of zygote will be formed. Only in case of fungi and algae. In other organisms, it is always there that female gamete is non-motile and male gametes are motile. Now, next part is medium for gamete transfer. As you know, the male gametes, generally it happens that male gamete has to move towards the female gamete. For that, there should be some medium. And one more point is that when the male gametes, they will travel towards the female gamete, their number should be always more, because when they will travel towards the female gamete, there can be chance that many of the female gametes can be destroyed from the external environment. That is why they are always more in number as compared to female gametes, so that they can compensate with the loss due to environmental factors. So what will be the medium for the transfer of male gamete towards the female gamete? So first can be, in case of plants, water can be a medium. Through water, the male gametes can swim towards the female gametes. Like in case of lower plants, simple plants like algae, bryophytes and pteridophytes, the male gametes will transfer to the female gametes through water. So water will be the medium for them. Whereas in case of higher plants like gymnosperms and angiosperms, the pollen grains are there, because in angiosperms the pollen grains, they have male gametes inside them, and there are the structures that will transfer the male gametes towards the female flower, towards the female reproductive organ. So inside the pollen grains, the male gametes are there, and the pollen grains will be transferred to the female flower, female reproductive parts through air, or there are some other medium also through air with the help of insects. So generally the air can be a medium for the transfer of pollen grains from male flower to female flower. It is in case of cross fertilization, because you know, when we will discuss in detail the reproduction process in flowering plants, we will find that there is two type of process of pollination. Pollination means process of transfer of pollen grains from stigma to style. Okay, so this process can be either self pollination or cross pollination. In case of cross pollination, the pollens, they have to be transferred from one flower or one plant to other flower or other plant. For that they can use air or insects as their medium. Whereas in case of self pollination, there is no need for the transfer of pollens from one part to other part. Within the same flower, the pollens, they will be just fall over the surface of the style. Okay, so we will discuss in detail later. So here you can see the air can be a medium. Now in case of animals, there are two types of process of fertilization. We will discuss in the next topic. That is internal fertilization and external fertilization. In case of animals, if the fertilization is external, then water can be the medium, like in case of frog and fish. But if the fertilization is internal, then there will be a specific mechanism in an animal so that it can transfer the male gametes or sperms inside the body of female gamete. That is called copulation. That process is called copulation, that we will discuss in detail in the next topic. So next event in sexual reproduction is fertilization. Fertilization is the process of fusion of male and female gamete. Okay, so it can be either external or internal. In case of external fertilization, the fusion of gametes takes place outside the female body. Whereas in case of internal fertilization, the fusion of gametes takes place generally inside the female body. It takes place in simple organisms like algae and generally in aquatic organisms, because they use water as the medium for fertilization, like in algae, amphibians, fishes. So in case of external fertilization, the water is used as a medium, and when the fertilization is to be happen, both the sexes, there is a great synchrony between both the sexes, so that both can release their gametes in the water and the fusion or fertilization can take place inside the water. So how does it happens? When the fertilization process is to be occur, then the male and female gametes are released inside the water in a huge number, in a large number, so that their survival chances can be increased. And it is a chance process that the male, how many female gametes and male gametes will fuse with each other, depending upon that the zygote formation will take place. But a major disadvantage in this case is that there are the less chances of survival as compared to internal one, because of the threat of predators, because there is a chance they are not safe inside the female body. They are in water, they move freely, they swim freely, so there is a chance that the predators can destroy their eggs or the larvae, whatever the stages of development is there. So there is a less chances of survival in case of external fertilization as compared to internal fertilization. Now in internal fertilization, the fusion will take place inside the female body. And examples of such kind of organisms which shows internal fertilization are all the fungi, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, means higher plants, as well as higher animals such as reptiles, birds and mammals. Whereas in this case amphibians and fishes were there. So these are mostly terrestrial organisms, because internal fertilization takes place in terrestrial organisms. In this case, the release of male gametes takes place inside the female gamete, inside the female body, and the process is called as copulation. So there is a specific mechanism in different organisms by which the male gametes can be transferred to the female body for fertilization. As we have already discussed, it will depend upon either the male gamete is motile or non-motile. That will be, the process will be changed accordingly, like we will discuss in detail in flowering plants, how the pollens will carry the non-motile male gametes towards the female reproductive organ for fertilization. Though the male gametes are non-motile, but still the pollens are motile. The pollens will take them towards the female reproductive part. Similarly, in fungi, the male gametes and both female gametes both are motile, they both can move. Now this process will be called as copulation. In this case, like in the external fertilization, both male and female gametes are released in huge number, but in this case, the male gametes, they has to reach towards the female body. So there is no need of formation of large number of ova or eggs, because the male gametes have to travel towards the female body. So in this internal fertilization case, there will be more male gamete formation as compared to female gamete. Eggs and or ova will be not more in number, but the male gametes will be more in number, because many male gametes can be destroyed due to external environment. In this case, there will be a more chances of survival, because it is taking place inside the female body. So the zygote will be safe, the development of zygote, the development of embryo will be safe. So that is why there will be more chances of survival in case of internal fertilization. Okay, so related with the fertilization, there is one more term called parthenogenesis. Like in case of external and internal fertilization, there is a fusion of male and female gamete. But in parthenogenesis, there will be a direct development of female gamete into a new organism. There will be no fusion of female gamete with the male gamete. Examples of organisms showing parthenogenesis are rotifers, honeybees, lizards and birds, which includes turkey and banana plant also. So these organisms, they will be developed directly into new organism without fertilization process. The female gamete will directly forms the new organism, that is called parthenogenesis. And the next topic, that is the next event, that is post fertilization events, that we will take up in the next video.